December 31st, 2019. People were clapping, they were cheering, they were screaming. They were like, it is time for the new decade. The ball dropped, and 2020 was officially announced. The year started out terrible, like legit. January hit and boom, forest fires in Australia. You know, we've dealt with fires before, you know, things happen. And February, COVID-19 wasn't officially out, but like it was in China in December of 2019, but February, that's when COVID gets a little more recognition. And then the prime month of them all, March. March, man. Quarantine happened. Quarantine happens, man. Quarantine was the thing of like, it was something of what could happen in the near future. As in, you can take something for granted, but things can still escalate in that. Just like, oh, I wish we had days off of work, and then this could happen. Or like, I wish I didn't have to go to school and just could stay home. Well, that could happen. Because for things, there are limits, but for reality, there is like no limits. For other years, it kind of just, it starts off okay, and then boom, it has those bad things that, you know, kind of happen each month, like every certain month. Or it kind of just drags along, but it's not bad, it's just kind of like a, dang, what happened this year kind of bad. This one just kaboom, it like just dropped the atomic bomb right on February, man. Legit, each freaking day just got, it didn't get like worse and worse and worse, but it really did. Now, on this recap, I'm not going to be a politician, I'm not going to be talking about presidents, and I'm not going to be talking about government laws of what should happen. I'm just going to be recapping. 2020, again, started off terribly. Bad things happened, and it just dragged along. Like if life punched us right in the face, grabbed us by the legs, and then just kept dragging us over like rocks and cactuses. This year shows, or it kind of just represents like the saying of, you don't know what other people are feeling. Because some people could be just Twitch streaming with nothing bad, you know, they're getting money, they're getting entertainment, they're helping people out, and then there can be that other person with, you know, a lost family member or just no job. And to the people that are watching this video that have lost a family member from the COVID-19 or whatever, I'm sorry, and I hope that you can power through it through 2021. I mean, hope is definitely it's a strong cadence, it's a strong word, so I hope you have, you know, better years, you know, throughout and consistently. And to all the people that just made 2020 worse, Karens and other people, what is the point of that? There are people risking their lives, and then there's the families that are like the kind of dysfunctional and corrupted families, and then there these people are just yelling about, not caring. Why are they even called Karen when they don't even care? It is sad to see of what like all the places, or like just what all the countries and continents came to be. Because in some years, every country or just internationally something does happen. But this year internationally, something big affected all of us. Now 2020 was bad definitely as a whole, but for like other people it could have been, you know, kind of okay-ish. Like your own personal life could have had like some good moments, except this 2020 as a whole just was not. And it is scary to see what could happen in the future. Like this, I mean, I feel like every generation has to learn something. It's like God, okay, I'm not trying to be religious here, but it's like God's just like, you know what, that generation dealt with it, it's your turn now. And I don't want to make this sound worse, but this could just be the beginning. This might not even be something that just happens. Now there has to be something, I mean, of course people are researching and, you know, diagnosing and making analyses. But again, if I had to Uber rate this year, it would definitely be a 1 out of 5. Now, in my opinion, in my subjective opinion, I think 2021 is going to be like, they're going to be trying to start everything back up again, and then probably when they do, it's just going to be like, it's just not going to feel the same, and then there's going to be like critics talking about like what's going on in like theme parks or libraries and stuff, and like other public parts in the world, and probably gonna be some more lockdowns, and then there's probably gonna be like some sort of medicine that comes up. As you saw, that made a lot of sense, and what I just don't want is the COVID vaccine. Now, the flu vaccine, I'm pretty sure it took around like 5 to 10 years to make. Now, the flu was like when? Like 1930s? Okay, sorry, the flu vaccine came out in the 1930s, but the flu came out during like 1915 to 1920. Like, that's when it started. So it took them a decade to make a vaccine. Now, only 100 years later, with our technology, it takes us like 11 months. I don't know. I feel like 1 to 2 years would be the best, but I just don't want the COVID vaccine to be mandatory. I don't want it to be like where if you want a job, you have to get the vaccine, or like if you, like before you go into school, they say, okay, before you go in, you get a COVID vaccine. If you don't have it, then you're going to be like remote. Like, I don't want that. Because the flu shot was mandatory for kids, but that was a little bit later after it came out. And now the vaccine, I mean, it's going to be probably mandatory to kids again. Probably not to adults unless they wanted to, but I don't know, like I'm just gonna say one of these days, one of us is probably going to have to get a vaccine. Except I just don't know how they're gonna make it, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know what's worse, if the flu is worse or if COVID-19 is worse. I don't know, because COVID-19 sometimes you don't even just have like symptoms and stuff, and you could be okay. But COVID, like that I've never had it, never want it. But in the flu shot, I'm pretty sure they say that the flu is in you, so then like your cells and whatever destroys it. I think, I'm not a doctor, I don't have a PhD. But with the COVID one, how are they gonna do it? Are they gonna just try and make your body immune to it, or like are they gonna? I don't think they're gonna want to put it in you. Now, of course, this video is probably gonna be demonetized, even though I don't have anything. I'm not even eligible to be monetized. YouTube, come on, I do a lot for you, please just let me. But I know COVID is a sore subject, and 2020 is going to be a year that we just do not want to remember, even though it's gonna happen one of these days. I mean, we should always, again, I said this in my 2020 video back in June, we should always like be excited for something, but we shouldn't always think like positively about something. Like, we shouldn't just go out of our way and judge something. Oh, 2021 is going to be the best year ever. Like, because if you do that and it's not, just your hopes decrease and decrease and decrease. I don't know, 2021 may have a COVID vaccine that works and it heals over hundreds and thousands of people. I don't know. I just hope that everything is okay, and that, leaders of all the countries can think of, good ways. And to all the, I don't know, criminals that are still doing their stuff during, a pandemic, what even are you doing? Like, the world is so just cracked, I tell you. Like, it's so cracked with, some of the people roaming the earth. God darn, what were the people thinking, making them? But, yeah, 2020... bad year in general, terrible year in general, crap year in general. But for me, I mean, I had some good moments. I mean, my YouTube channel grew exponentially. I think that's how you say the word. This was my little 10-minute recap on 2020. I didn't want to make it like 20 minutes and 20 seconds. That would be too long. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope you didn't enjoy 2020. And yeah, I'll see, well, you can enjoy it, but, you know. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.